Hi guys, welcome again to another video of ours for our lesson in our subject or in our course, Deck Watch 1, Collision Regulations. No? And for our topic for today, we have rules 15, 16, and 17 for our video lecture for today. So, so we have rules 15, 16, and 17. We had previously discussed already the other rules for our midterm coverage, which is rule 11, which is your application. Rule 12 is, yes sir, it's sailing vessel. Rule 13, yes, it is your overtaking situation, overtaking. And rule 14 is your head-on situation, and your rule 15 is your crossing situation. Now, uh, 14 is head-on, 15 is crossing situation, 16 is action by giveaway vessel, 17 action by stand-on vessel. I actually combined the lessons na lang for 15, 16, 17 because it's just a short naman na discussion yung 15 at saka yung 17, no? So when it comes to, for example, ang ating rule 15 is only one statement lang, no? But it is a very useful, well used na Colreg Rule natin, no, on board the ship. So for me to easily remember na lang this 15, 16, and 17, I always bear in mind that these three rules goes together, no? So 15 is the first one, the crossing situation. The 16 looks like letter G, no? Looks like letter G. So to easily remember what comes first between the giveaway vessel, action by the giveaway vessel, and the stand-on vessel, I always imagine that 6 or 6 in the 16 is letter G, so that's a giveaway vessel, no? So rule 16 is action by giveaway vessel, and that rule 17 is about action by stand-on vessel. Okay? So let's start. So when we say rule 15, no, it's about crossing situation. When we say crossing situation, the statement says when two power-driven vessels are crossing so as to involve risk of collision, the vessel which has the other on her own starboard side shall keep out of the way and shall, if the circumstances of the case admit, avoid crossing ahead of the other vessel. Very easy, right? Very easy, very self-understandable naman. No? You can understand it by yourself lang. And to break the phrases, no? When we say, when two power-driven vessels are crossing, kasi it actually, when we say crossing situation, two vessels daw, no, wherein one vessel will cross ahead or mag-cross siya on the course of the other vessel. No, like in this situation, if this ship, no, goes to this course, then this one crosses on his ahead, no, ahead of that vessel, then this situation is called crossing situation. As well as kahit nandito ka pa naman, no, kahit nandito yung barko mo on this ship, then a vessel is crossing ahead of you, then this one is called crossing situation. Now, let's see. Is this a crossing situation? Yes or no? Yes, sir. It is a crossing situation. Take note, nagko-cross ang courses nila. No, I always imagine that one. Pag nagko-cross yung courses nila, then that could probably be a crossing situation. Most of the time, crossing situation siya. This one. Is it a crossing situation? Yes, sir. It is a crossing situation. Magko-cross yung isang vessel sa bow ng other vessel. This one, is it a crossing situation? No, sir. This is not a crossing situation. We go back to our rule 14, which says if two vessels are on reciprocal courses, if, for example, if this ship goes on a 0 degrees na course, ang course is kung saan dadaan yung barko mo. Heading is where your the heading or the bow of your ship points, no? This one, no, is ang course niya is papunta doon sa 00. Now, the course of this other vessel is 180 or 180 degrees. So, reciprocal siya ng 00 degrees. So, they are in reciprocal courses and the other one or each of them is ahead of each other, then they are on head-on situation. Even though if it's, for example, 270 degrees, ang course ng other vessel and the other one is moving on a 90 degrees, the tendency is they are ahead of each other, no? Andun sila sa harap ng isa't isa, and there is a head-on situation. Even though it's 45, just imagine what is the reciprocal wherein they would meet on a head-on situation. Is this a head-on situation? Okay, this is not a head-on situation. This is what? This is an overtaking situation. Yes, sir. And that is rule what? That is rule 13. Overtaking. Is this an overtake? Is this a crossing situation? Sorry. This is not. This is not. Or this is a crossing situation. This is a crossing situation. Oh, kasi the other ship is crossing, no, ahead of the other vessel. No? Okay. This one, obviously, this is not a crossing situation. The other ship is ahead of you, but it should, however, cross ahead, magko-cross yung inyong courses, no? On this case, no, this is a head-on situation, and according to Rule 14, each of you will alter course or should alter course, right? Should alter course to the starboard side, no? So as your ships will pass port to port to each other, yung sinasabi nila na, oh kabayan, port to port, oh kabayan, red to red. Kasi mangyayari dyan, pag nag-cross or, nag-alter course kayo and you meet each other, yung nakikita mo sa kanya is red, no? Red light, and the other one is red light. There is a question, no? Sir, how about one ship alters course to the starboard side? To the port side rather, to his port side, to her port side. What will happen to that ship? Like for example, this one, no? So, ang nangyari dito, dahil siguro hindi siya nanood ng videos, ng tutorial videos about deck watchkeeping, no? Sa BSMT1 siya ngayon. Tapos, hindi siya nag-self-study or hindi siya nag-study about sa rules natin, Colreg. So, lumiko siya. Wala siyang idea that if it's a head-on situation, kailangan mong lumiko on the starboard side. Yung sa kanya, kasi ito, starboard side to ng itong barko. But here, ang starboard side ng barko niya is on this side. So, she should alter course to this side. And altering course to this side means altering course to the port side, which is no good on your rule 14 head-on situation. No? So, what could probably happen? On this case, yes sir, pag nagtuloy-tuloy kayo, mag-alter course siya on her port side rather, and bam. Yes sir. May isa akong pinost sa Facebook and I asked them, what do you think had happened in this situation? Some of them actually answered, sir, it's a crossing situation. There is a big chances and there are no other chances that it's not a head-on situation or crossing situation. This is my explanation why it can be a head-on situation. No? It can be a head-on situation. We don't know what happened to the picture. So, probably, what had happened to the picture, yun. Kumbaga, there are head-on situation and both of them alters course on the same side. No? Wherein the other one alters course to the port side and the other one alters course to the starboard side. So, what had happened? Bang! Collision. No? So, itong situation na to. But I'm not removing the fact that it can be a crossing situation as well. Nagkamali lang sila ng pagtansya, ng pag-alteration ng courses nila, or they're probably not having a lookout as per Rule 5. No? And they're not listening to the lectures on their classes in BSMT1. So, You have to be very you have to learn actually all these rules to avoid such collisions. No? And it's your responsibility being deck officer someday that you will be navigating ships on the seas. No? For safety, you have to bear in mind all the rules that is stated in our colors. Okay, overtaking situation tayo. This one is an overtaking because she comes up on the path of the vessel and it's 22.5 degrees. So it's an overtaking situation, and of course, some ships, no, according to the Rule 13 natin, they are intending to impede or to cross ahead of the other vessel, no. This one, si overtaking vessel, tignan niyo yung ginagawa niya. She intends to cross the overtaken vessel, which is a big no-no in our Rule 13. Yes, sir. On this case, as you can see, now that you are not on the overtaking situation or the angle that would say that you're an overtaking ship, no, wala na sila doon. As you can see, they're now on a crossing situation because one intends to cross ahead of the other vessel. So that becomes a crossing situation, and it's a big no-no for our Rule 13. And according to the rules stated on our tawag dito, on our Rules 13, that the responsibility of our overtaking vessel does not relieve him after na kumbaga lumampas na siya. She should make sure that he should be well clear, no? Well clear dapat. So, big no-no po ito sa Rule 13 natin. Another crossing situation on this example natin. Yes, sir? Because the other one tries to cross on this vessel, so this is a crossing situation, and bagam. Ito na po yung sinasabi ko kanina, na there is a possibility na nagkaroon sa nangyayari situation, and this is a possibility na nagkaroon ng crossing situation. As you can see, one ship, no, is on ahead, and this one, so they're probably courses. No? On our Rule 14, nakastate doon kung ano ba ang dapat na gawin. Ano bang dapat na gawin ng mga barkong to, and who should avoid and who should stand on. To continue, nakalagay dito, the vessel which has the other on her own starboard side shall keep out of the way. Take note, the other vessel which has the other daw, kung sino daw yung may barko on her starboard side, shall keep clear of the other. This means na kung meron akong barko sa starboard side ko, ako ang iwas sa kanya. So parang ikaw at saka sa ex mo, no? Na for example, kailangan mo nang iwasan siya. She's like yung ex mo ay parang barko on your starboard side. You need to keep out, no? Pero I don't know, baka yung iba nagiging stand-on vessel sila. So let's not discuss that one. But let's move here, no? Sino sa kanilang dalawa ang merong barko on her starboard side? That is the question. Who shall keep out of the way of the other? No, take note. The one who has the other on her starboard side shall keep clear of the other. Then who among these two vessels should keep clear? Yes, sir. As you can see, this is the port side of the other vessel. And this one is the starboard side. Ang tanong, meron ba siyang barko on her starboard side? Wala. Ito, meron siyang barko on her starboard side? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Merong barko on her starboard side. And on this side, walang barko. So definitely, this ship, according to our Rule 15, shall keep clear of this other ship. Shall keep clear. So ibig sabihin, itong barkong na to should keep clear or siyang iiwas sa barkong to. No? Our next question would probably rotate to who among the two vessels is the giveaway vessel and the stand-on vessel. Let us define first what we mean when we say giveaway vessel. When we say giveaway vessel, the vessel which will keep out of the way of the other vessel. No? So, giveaway vessel, yun yung responsibility niya. Stand-on vessel, no? She should keep her course and speed. parang yung X mo, keep your course and speed, no? Baka pwedeng ikaw yung stand-on vessel, no? Parang na lang, ikaw yung nag-a-adjust eh, no? So anyways, tama na sa segue. No, between these two vessel, sino sa kanila ang giveaway vessel? Sino si stand-on vessel? Sa kanilang dalawa. We go back to the rule. Ang sabi daw kasi, the vessel which has the other on her own starboard side shall keep out of the way. Kung sino daw yung may barko sa starboard side, siya yung mag-keep out of the way. Let's check. Meron ba siyang barko sa starboard side niya? Yes or no? No. Wala pong barko. Is there a ship on her starboard side? Meron ba siyang barko dito sa starboard side niya? Sa bandang starboard side? Yes, sir, meron siyang barko. So this one should keep clear of the other. And this becomes your giveaway vessel. As you can see, if this one, this is the starboard side, this is the port side, walang barko. Pero sa starboard side, meron. This one, starboard side, wala. Meron barko dito sa port side. However, the rule says, if you have a ship on your starboard side, should give way. And this one is a giveaway vessel, and this one is a stand-on vessel. Okay? On this two, sino? I'm giving you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and the giveaway vessel here, let's identify, meron sa starboard side niya, meron. Starboard side niya, meron, wala. So this one is the giveaway vessel. This two, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Meron siyang barko sa starboard side? Wala. Meron siyang barko sa starboard side? This one, meron siyang barko sa starboard side? Yes, sir. Meron siyang barko. This one becomes the giveaway vessel, and this one is the stand-on vessel. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meron barko sa starboard side nitong barkong to? Wala. Meron dito? Yes, meron po. And this becomes your giveaway vessel. This one calls stand-on vessel. Okay. Proceeding to the last phrase. Grabe, no? Na-imagine nyo yun, very siksik yung rule na to. Because it talks a lot, no? Even though it's just the one phrase. But we have to imagine, I'm interpreting it already for 18 minutes. Grabe tong Rule 15 natin. Rule 15 says also that you should avoid crossing ahead of the other vessel. Yes, sir. You should avoid crossing ahead of the other vessel. Now, what is the reason why why you should avoid crossing ahead of the other vessel? Number one, it is easier to make out if the vessel will pass clear. No? Dito kasi, ang tendency, no, this ship would alter course to her port side, or if it's starboard side, mahirap, no? Kasi pag liliko siya sa dito, ang tendency mag-limit pa rin kayo. If ito, liliko siya sa dito, ikaw, baka lumiko ka dito, or malanganin ka, delikado din, no? Number 2, the time for the vessel to cross, no? It's actually easier to cross or to move on the stern of the vessel instead of moving here, no? Kasi pag dito ka dadaan, babagal yung takbo ng kumbaga mas yung escape mo sa collision will be longer compared kung dito ka dadaan, she will pass ahead of you, no? Kumbaga you're letting that certain ship pass ahead of you, mag-give way ka. And the CPA is close to the bow crossing range. Yes, sir. Pag dito ka kasi sa harap, ang bow crossing range nyo would be closer, no? Compared to this one, kung dadaan ka sa likod, ang CPA nyo, yung closest point of approach nyo, and the bow crossing time natin would be magle-lesser siya or yes, sir. Hindi ka dadaan sa bow ng barkong to, no, na the vessel. So, let's have the example here, no? 12 minutes, ito yung action mo. After 8 minutes, ito yung sitwasyon nyo, no? So, ang crossing ahead natin, kasi ikaw, ang intention mo, magpa-cross ahead ka pa, no? So, sometimes, the action would lead to danger, no? Kasi pag naalanganin kayo, no, alanganin yung pag-cross mo ahead sa kanya. So bilang giveaway vessel, you should as much as possible avoid, no, crossing ahead. Now what we usually do as officers, no, what we usually do as officers to avoid such crossing situation, no? Ako, I would usually go astern, no? And how do I do that? Do I really need to, to super divert your course here and then you go here? You could actually just adjust your course a little bit on this side so that kasi ang mangyayari dito, mukhang kinakabahan pa kayo, no? Ng konti. Pero actually, mauna to. Mauna siya. Kasi, nag-outer course ka on your starboard side. Well, ang pwede mong gawin din is lakihan mo siya. Lakihan mo rin dito. And ito, magkukross siya ahead of you first, and that becomes safe or pass clear sa inyo. And ikaw, you just need to go back to the course na lang. No? That doesn't matter actually. Because for the safety of the ship, you can do this. You can do this actually. So every vessel which is directed to keep out of the way of the another vessel, so as far as possible, take early and substantial action to keep well clear. No, that is now stated on our Rule 16, action by giveaway vessel. No, that you should alter your course or you should execute actions to avoid collision at an ample time, no? And as much as possible, take an early decision. Remember that as per Rule 5, you need to keep a proper lookout, no? May responsibility ka as per Rule 2 that you need to, as much as possible, do all things, no, to avoid such collisions. And as per Rule 5, you need to keep a proper lookout, and as early as possible, you need to detect risk of collision. If there are risks of collision, you need to execute or you need to take actions to avoid collision as early as possible. Yes, sir. No? Let's move to the 1A. When one of the two vessels is to keep out of the way of the other, shall keep her course and speed. No? It says dito, dinidescribe niya actually si stand-on vessel. Kasi ito, sa Rule 16 natin, one paragraph lang siya. No? And it describes the giveaway vessel natin that you should give way, you should keep clear of the other vessel as early as possible. But sa Rule 17 natin, it discusses what is your action being a stand-on vessel. No? When one of the two vessels is to keep out of the way of the other, shall keep her course and speed. No? So what happens here is that if you are a stand-on vessel, between the two, sino bang stand-on vessel dito? Yes, sir. The stand-on vessel is this one. And this ship is the giveaway vessel. No? So, the rule 17A discusses, 1A, discusses what is the responsibility of the stand-on, and that is she should keep she should keep her course and speed. The purpose why we are keeping the course and speed, that is to not to confuse, no, the other vessel. Kasi baka, for example, she has a plan on how to keep on how to alter the courses. Tapos ikaw bigla ka na lang, you would do such measures that would harden or that would make it hard for that certain vessel to decide on what to do to avoid collision. So, yun. You should keep your course na lang. Steady ka lang. Tapos siya yung balang magmaniobra. The latter vessel may, however, take action to avoid collision by her maneuver alone as soon as it becomes apparent to her that the vessel required to keep out the way is not taking appropriate action in compliance with these rules. I think if I could remember, we call this one as an in extremis. I-N space extremis, E-X-T-R-E-M-I-S. In extremis. Now, what happens here is that You should be the stand-on vessel. Pero, ang ibang barko, walang ginagawa to avoid the collision. Remember that Rule 2 says you have the responsibility. Both of you shall have the responsibility, and for any case of collision, no one shall be exonerated. It means that everyone will be at fault if there is a collision. Because both of you should have a responsibility. Take note, kahit stand-on vessel ka, ano ngayon kung stand-on vessel ka? May responsibility ka as per Rule 2 that you need to make sure na walang collision, no? And there are provisions and there are regulations that states that, for example, katulad nito, if you are stand-on vessel, pag walang ginawa ang giveaway vessel, you need or you may do such actions to avoid collision. And pag nagbanggaan kayong dalawa, hindi pwede na libre ka. That is Rule 2 actually. Nakastate sa Rule 2 na hindi pwede na kapag may nangyaring collision at sinasabi mo, oh hindi, stand-on vessel ako bahala siya, hindi wala siyang ginawa. No. As per Rule 2, both of your responsibilities and no one is exempted of the rule. No? Walang somebody na mag-exempt is exempted to follow the rules. No? So, yun. No? The vessel may require or maybe take actions to avoid such collision. No? So, she may alter her course. That's just stand vessel. She could probably make a hard turn to the on her starboard side, no, on her starboard side, no, or hard turn or go back immediately to the port side. But this one is very delikado natin, no. Kasi may tendency na ito dito siya dadaan, no, dito siya dadaan. So if dito ka dadaan, no ito, no. So dito ka sa kabila, no. Some ships, they would rather alter her course here and pass here. No, pass here. But this is not safe, as I said, because if you will pass here, if ito, mag-execute siya kasi siya yung giveaway vessel, delikado ka. You would make this ship confused, no? A power-driven vessel which takes action in a crossing situation in accordance with the rule to avoid collision if the circumstances of the case admit, not alter course to port for a vessel on her own port side. So this one is a no-no po. You should not alter course to your port side if you have a vessel on your port side. So take note, bawal ito. X. Okay. Rule 17 din natin says, this rule does not relieve the giveaway vessel of her obligation to keep out of the way. Dahil ikaw ang giveaway vessel, you need to execute actions to avoid collision, and as well as being stand-on vessel does not relieve you of your obligations as well. Kasi babalik tayo sa Rule 2 that you have a responsibility and nobody will be exempted for any liabilities. Rule 5, it says look out, no? Look out, you need to keep proper lookout. Ngayon, nakita mo na wala siyang ginagawa, you take early actions to avoid collision. Meron namang Rule 8, no? Rule 5, 6, 7. Meron tayong Rule 7 that identifies risk of collision. Merong 8 na actions to avoid collision, no? So it says there that you need to execute anti-collision maneuvers as early as possible. And our Rule 17 says also that if it is needed for you to take actions to avoid collision, then you should, no? Okay, let us identify which of the following is a giveaway and identify which is a stand-on vessel. A or B? Okay, between these two vessels, the giveaway vessel is This one, kasi meron siyang bark on the starboard side, and this one is the stand-on. Ito. I think we already did this one. This one is your stand-on. This one is your giveaway. This one. This one is your stand-on vessel, and this one is your giveaway vessel. This one is not. This is a head-on situation. Overtaking situation. Wala to. Now, go identify where's the starboard side of the other vessel. No? In this case, saan yung starboard side niya? Dito. Port side, dito. Merong barko? Wala. Dito sa starboard side. Merong barko? Meron. Sa port side, wala. So, the one which has the other on her starboard side shall keep clear. So, this letter B is your giveaway, and this one is stand-on vessel. Okay, to review, we discussed about Rule 15, 16, and 17. 15, crossing situation. Any vessel which has, in a crossing situation in which has the other on her starboard side shall keep clear of the other, no? And shall avoid passing ahead of the other vessel. Rule 16 natin, it says the responsibility of the giveaway, and you should do necessary actions to avoid collision as early as possible. And the Rule 17 says that you're a standing vessel, that you need to keep your course and speed, but if the circumstances the other vessel is not avoiding the risk of collision, then you should or you can make actions to avoid collision. Thank you very much. For any concerns, no, you may email me for clarifications. You could ask me through my messenger. Mroom's private messaging is there. No, apologies if I cannot answer immediately your questions. No, there are a lot of you. Actually, I'm handling 10 sections, and then imagine that a lot of you is asking questions. No, it would be very easy for me if you could ask questions on the forum. No, we have forum on the Mrooms. I could answer your questions there, and for that everybody also to ask questions. Also, why not? Why not answer? Why not ask questions on the comment section? I would appreciate you dropping by on the comment section. Tell me your section. Tell me your name. I will, malay mo, add points to you after you watch this video. No? So, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you learned something, and you could share it to your classmates as well. Na if they're not clarified, you could help them also, and you could share this video as well. So thank you very much. I hope that we'll be seeing each other soon, and you stay safe as always. No? Stay safe, and God bless everyone. Bye-bye. See you next video.